The Body Shop connects you with the hottest fitness models in the world. Learn the backstage secrets that most successful bikini divas, fitness models, and bodybuilders use to dominate their competition and land on the covers of magazines. Only here at the Body Shop will we allow you to listen and talk to the best of the best in fitness competition. If you're passionate about bodybuilding and fitness, you have found your new home. All of us here at FTNS Radio would like to welcome you to the Body Shop. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome your host, Andre Brick St. Clair.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, wow. Thank you for allowing me into your homes, into your airwaves with FTNS Radio, the Body Shop, where all we're trying to do is get you the most information out there, and at the same time still make it entertaining, still make it fun. All right, my in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Canone.
Andre, what's up?
Oh, my man B. What's going on, man?
Just working hard.
Just working hard, huh?
Making it happen.
Just making it happen, right?
That's it.
3.5 weeks away.
3.5 weeks.
You nervous? Come on, you're
nervous. No.
You're not nervous.
I was a mess a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
I've been better this week.
Okay.
Like I was talking to some person who's helps me with publicity and locally, and I called her up last week and I was pretty upset because I told her, listen, you said you could do this, this, and this, and this. I haven't seen anything happen.
Right.
And then she's just like, oh, okay, and it was just like, but I talked to her today and all of a sudden things just happened not due to her, but everything kind of came together. So all the pieces are starting to fall into place.
Okay.
So it's going good. Tony Horton has 300 people doing a workout in the Dome.
And that's actually sold out.
It's sold out. We
That's
can't
sold
fit
out
anymore.
You
I'd
can't.
love to be able to sell more. How can I fit more people? We were joking about it today at the gym because it's like you put down a yoga mat, you could fit like 200 yoga mats there. We have 300 sold.
You got 300.
They're going to be on top of each other.
Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that.
So and I can't wait to see that picture overhead from like up at the mezzanine level, shooting down at that, and seeing all those people work out in the Dome. And I'm excited because that's bringing in a different market of people that never would have came to this show.
Right.
Never would have came to this show.
Definitely
And it's also bringing in a different form of exhibitors. People are wanting to exhibit now because they know, hey, listen, there's mainstream fitness here now.
Right.
We have 300 people in there that we want to get in front of and touch, along with everybody else. We're looking to pull in, at least 2,000 people for the day coming through. So it's going to be a good time.
That's right. That's right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, along with Brian Canone, I have a very good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Body Shop, Mr. John Ryan.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, John? How you doing out there, man?
Good. I'm so excited. This is great. This is going to be a huge show.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the buzz is amazing. Everybody's talking about it.
Okay. Now, speaking of huge, Brian, I know you told me that you're going to surprise me today with a special guest.
Special guest today. We've been talking to all these people, competitors, all talking about what they want to do, and they're excited because they're part of the show.
Yes.
And, we've been talking to some good photographers on the show, too, a lot of people there. And, I've been involved in this sport for 20 years running shows, not just like when I started off. It's like this is actively involved in putting these things on. And, after a while, you just think that you've learned pretty much everything there is to learn, and you've tapped out your resources. And you learned with me when we took that drive to Quebec.
Yeah. Okay. Everything was eaten with French fries. I remember that drive. I remember that.
Walked away and we learned a lot. And then we're going to Toronto again, learning even more, and just a lot of great things. And there's, I have so much nice things to say about this guest that we have on the show.
Now, before you say this guest, before you bring him on, if it is who I think it is.
Yes.
Okay, if it is who I think it is, I'm not going to say it, but if it is who I think it is, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to go on record and state that as of this moment right now, at 9:08 p.m., March 24th, 2011, the Body Shop and FTNS Radio has officially gone global. We are international with this right now, if it is who I think it is. Come on, give it to me. Don't keep me in suspense no more.
All right. WBFF President Paul Dillett, welcome to the show.
Paul Dillett. What's up, B?
How you doing, guys?
Oh, man. All the way from Toronto, Canada, we got former IFBB pro, WBFF CEO Paul Dillett. Wow. Paul, thank you for calling in, man.
Hey, man, whatever it takes, man. Feel like you guys are doing your thing down there.
I mean, we're trying, we're just following the examples and some of the credentials that you gave to us, So now, Paul, with the show upcoming April 16th, 2011, okay? What are you looking to get out of this by, mentoring Brian Cannone here?
Well, I think Brian's been in the game for a long time. He's not just a promoter, but also a former competitor. So, he's had a very successful show, and we wanted to get involved with someone who knows about promotion. Mm-hmm. We also wanted to get involved with someone who knows what the athletes want and is on the same level in terms of thinking as the way we do at the WBFF, where it's athletes first.
Right.
Yeah. So first thing is first. We want to take care of our athletes. We want them to have a great experience. And we feel that Brian is the person who can do it for us there.
Absolutely. Now, Paul, what actually prompted you to step away from the IFBB and start the WBFF? Like, what was the driving force behind that?
Well, honestly, it's actually when I first moved from the U.S. back to Canada, I wanted to work with the organization here in Canada to do stuff with them. But I think a lot of times, people get stuck in their ways, and for the new guy to come in and say, hey, I'd like to work with you guys, but here's my ideas. Sometimes people don't like that. So it was actually when Wayne D'Amelia started his TDI. Actually, my wife gave me the idea. She's like, why don't you team up with Wayne?
Right.
And start your own thing. He would run the pro division, and we would run the amateur division of it.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Wayne came down with an illness that he was then unable to continue with his PDI, the pro division. So we therefore then decide, well, we'll be both amateur and pro.
Okay.
So that was how it came about, and also it's also we. I don't like to say anything negative about anything or anyone.
Right.
It's just we had our own ideas. We had our own agenda in terms of where we see fitness and how we feel that competitors should be treated. And for me personally, I didn't feel like as a competitor, I didn't feel like I was treated on a professional level in many ways. And I think that there's a lot more that could have been done that wasn't done. Once I didn't have the passion anymore and the drive to compete, I take everything that I've learned from being a competitor and all the things that I wanted, and that's what we're doing right now. We're implementing all those things into the WBFF.
Right. Now, I know that the WBFF has grown by leaps and bounds since its inception, but how big do you, as Paul Dillett, how big do you envision the WBFF actually getting?
Well, for us, it's we don't really care about quantity.
Mm-hmm.
For us, it's all about quality.
Right.
So we're in no rush to be the biggest thing there is out there, but what we are in a rush to be is to be the best thing there is out there. And I feel that in the short span of time that we've been doing it, someone says, "Are you the biggest?" By no means we're the biggest, but you know what? Hands down, we are the best. No one do it better than we do. No one takes care of the athletes like we do. No one has the production that we do. There's just so many things that we do that is second to none.
That's right.
We don't focus on winning a show. We focus on opportunities that we can create for as many of our competitors as possible. We're not a savior. We're not a messiah. We're not an agency. We're not agents. So sometimes some competitors, they're at the point now where I think they get a misconception that, well, if I go to WBFF, I'm supposed to get this.
Yes.
And we're like, well, you know what? The only thing you're entitled to is what we promised to deliver,
And what are the things that the WBFF promises to deliver?
Well, we promise that we will make, we want to run a very fair event. We don't care who you are, where you're from, who you're trained with, who you're sponsored by, who you're sleeping with. None of that means anything to us. We want it to be the best guys and girls to get what they deserve. Is what we do perfect? By no means. It's not perfect.
Right.
Are we going to try to make it perfect? Yes. Will it ever be perfect? No. But we will continue to try to make it perfect. But we just want something that's very fair, where everyone feel like, I was treated equally. The playing field was a level playing field, and we want everyone to have an amazing experience where not everyone can win, but we want everyone that comes in to walk away saying, this was an amazing experience. I competed and I have fun doing something that I really enjoy. The show was amazing. The way they treated me from we first got there to when we leave, everyone was courteous to us. Everyone was friendly. Everyone was helpful, and you had a great experience. So maybe you didn't place first on stage, but you walked away saying the experience was amazing.
Well, that was one thing that stood out that you said to me at the beginning, and it's that how you were treated as a competitor and walking into different places and just feeling like just another number, just another contestant. And, the one thing that has been said, especially when you use the word bodybuilding, that a lot of these people feel that the only person that's going to be happy is the person that won the show. And that's what was told to me years ago, too, by someone else. And it's like, it shouldn't be that case, because I don't feel that I was that type of person. I never won an overall in a show, but I competed in shows and I was happy to be part of it, and that's why the passion just became what I do.
Right.
But you also said when you walked in, you wanted to feel like a celebrity. You wanted to walk in and know that the Host Hotel is a nice place, that when you walk into this venue, you feel important, that when you go backstage, you feel like a star. And you can't feel that way when you're just in a small venue or not treated in that type of fashion by people that you're competing for. So I definitely felt that. When we went to Quebec, I was just like, this is an incredible venue.
Yeah.
I mean, just beautiful. And then, going to Toronto, the same thing. It's just like, just the way I envisioned a show to be run, this is it.
Right. Paul,
Yeah.
One of the things that stand out to me about the WBFF that was immediately different was when you had Brian and myself, when we came up there, it was the hospitality that you extended to us. And what I mean by that is somebody of your stature, okay, that's done everything that you've done in this sport. You walked into our hotel room and you sat down and you greeted us and you had a one-on-one conversation about you and then you asked us about us. Yeah. So when we come back from the break, Paul, I got to ask you about you. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to The Body Shop. We'll be right back with our special in caller, Mr. Paul Dillett.